Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome back to Adventures of Scarlet Curiosity. Last time I sucked a lot at fighting Satori for some reason, and well, we have our final question mark destination, which is the Misty Lake. So we're going to get the help of the three fairies to get way into the enemy stronghold, and hopefully it's not going to be quite as long a stage as last time, but I am reckoning it probably will be. So, in terms of equipment stuff, I did decide to get that Alexandrite thing, so I have less crit rate than before, but I have 11 skill orbs, I think it is, so 1100 skill points is kind of ridiculous, to be completely honest, but that is what we have to deal with. So, this is it, the final frontier, and yeah, who would have guessed about that? So, bad feeling, but nobody cares because we are Remilia, and look at how many skill things we have. We have more skill things than we have friggin' HP bar. It's kind of insane. Alright, so let's go. We have a millipede in our starting thing, and wow, it's actually a higher level than I am. That's ridiculous. It's level 35. Jeez, that's a big jump actually from the previous stage, but we still kind of wreck basic fairies in 2 hits, so yeah, they also don't do that much damage to me, so it's all good. So once again, we are going towards the Misty Lake. Oh, whoops! I did not see that it was a wolf there. We are going to the Misty Lake as our final thing. We are of course back at the very start of the game as well, in terms of what location we're in, and with the awesome music that comes with that as well, because this opening stage had a really cool song to it, which was very neat. I think there's nothing else actually over here, so there's a little bit of weirdness in terms of the graphic stuff there. I wonder if that came through in the recording or if that's just on my monitor. Might just be on my monitor, I don't know. VSync and stuff is pretty weird. Oh, VSyncing on this monitor is weird. That fairy just shot a freaking giant ass orb out there. I wonder if you can block that. That would be something to check out. Right now though, we're not really having to do too much in terms of fancy combos and stuff. There is a super ultra death fairy over there though, which we are just going to casually do this with so that I don't get hit too much by it. Because they do hurt. I mean, this is double damage and stuff, remember, so don't want to get hit too badly by the basic fairies, especially when they have more powerful attacks than they used to. That is definitely something to bear in mind. Another battle skirt, not really going to be better than the stuff we have. I was kind of hoping there was a chest over there, but there was not, so that's fine. Just a whole bunch of enemies and a giant star there. Wow, these basic fairies have sure gotten a lot stronger in this place, huh? Look at the power of the bullets they're firing compared to the last stage. That's pretty crazy. Also, they're still fragile, but they just have much more impressive looking attacks than they used to. Vampire Claw probably not as good as the Master Claw that I have, so I'm not going to bother looking at that right now. I will just make sure that I don't get slammed by too many of this fairy's attacks though, because Vampire Turn is pretty good for making sure that I don't get my face kicked. Although it still kind of happens anyway, but you know what, I'm willing to take a couple of hits because there's still plenty of health. There's not as much health as there used to be, I'm noticing, but there is enough health and you can stop the bullets from these fairies as well, which is pretty good. Yeah, there's definitely not as much health as there used to be, but there's enough that I'm not too worried about taking a few hits here and there, which is fine. Oh, I didn't spot there was a fairy there. You cannot block that bullet though, which makes sense. It's another one of the bubble light bullets which you've not been able to block ever, so That's fine. There's just health to get me back up there. We'll leave some of the pots around just in case they do happen to be health. I don't want to use them indiscriminately. That did fortunately still hit me, which I think is what killed my combo there. God, ow. Okay, so do not get yourself face tanked by absolutely everything. You are not invincible as Remilia, you just have a decent amount of health. So do keep that in mind. Although if you're playing this game without any extra, without the like damage modifiers and stuff from the English patch, then you are probably not going to face too many issues in terms of tanking hits and stuff in the game. So yeah, you can kind of just do whatever at that point. But I do not have that luxury, so there's a different Death Furry that I've apparently just decided to face tank, which is not so good, but there is a little bit of health up here, so we're fine. There's more fairies and wolves and fairy wolves. Actually, there's no fairy wolves, but those would be pretty cool, so make it happen, guys. I don't know. I have no idea what to say about that, but it's fine. That happens a lot of the time. I probably don't even need these extra skill orbs, I'm thinking about it at this point, but it's, I did only have 8, I think, so, having 11 orbs at this point is kind of great. There doesn't seem to be any chests around in this opening area, which is making me a little bit sad, to be honest. I like it. I like exploring and finding the hidden items and stuff, but there just doesn't seem to be any hidden items right now, unless they want to prove me wrong down here, which would be a really cool thing if they did. But no health in either of those. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I did kind of say that there was too much health in the pots and stuff before, and now there's much health in the pots. It is actually kind of refreshing. I was thinking there might have been a dude to use that against her, so that's why I kind of just went and attacked with it, hoping to keep my combo going, but no such luck on that front. Wow, you actually survived 2 hits of my attack there. That's kind of impressive. Could I float down to that? Probably. Is it worth floating down to that? Most likely not, I think. Oh no, there is a chest. Okay. In that case, let's just utterly fail at directions, and yeah, let's go grab the chest. Talon of the Devil. I think we've already had one of those. No, we definitely had those in the previous stage, and I don't think they were that good, so we will not be bothering looking at stuff. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to need to look at too many different item stuffs here. Unless I get something which I don't recognize, I'm pretty sure my items are going to be as good as I'm going to get for now. Maybe there'll be something later in the stage if this is a longer stage, which it probably is. I'm just checking the place. There's a frog. We haven't seen a frog yet, so let's go beat the frogs up. I'm just making sure that there's not any extra chests and stuff around here. I mean, I don't even need to kill all the enemies, I realize that, but I just do because that's kind of half the point of the game, and it's fun. You wouldn't do it in a speedrun, but we are not speedrunning, obviously, so we do not need to worry about that. Yeah, I could have easily gone down to this, and this is where we can just kind of spam Vampire Turn and be... It's not even turn, it's spin, this one. But yeah, we can just spam that and kind of be invincible to everything. Just about. There's not really any repercussions from it because the skill rate, or skill points, having 13 of that, is kind of your recovery rate for your attacks. Like your skill orb and stuff, so I actually recover a full skill orb pretty much before I lose my before I have to reuse my vampire spin. So I can just kind of do this. It's not the strongest attack in the world, but it's a very, very safe attack, and it combines extremely well with all the stuff I've got, so and we get a level up, so cannot complain. Alright, where else are we? Are we going? We're going like up there, so I need to find my way around to that, I suppose. Oh, I did not even see there were enemies down here because the mist was in the way. Go figure, it's not Scarlet. Ow! It's not Scarlet Mist, but it's still kind of get in your way visually mist, and that is the usual kind of mist, I suppose. So that is health, so we will grab that. Gained a whole 10 HP from that level up. It's kind of a little bit underwhelming, to be honest, but it's fine. Who needs more HP anyway? We just don't have to get hit, and that would be fine. I don't want to demon walk everywhere because I'm not super confident about where I'm going with that. I know I'm going backwards at the moment, but I'm just trying to find the... I guess you do have to kind of go around the sideway here, huh? Well, there's another fairy down there, but we're not going to bother with that one because we just go this way around and we'll take care of this lot. I don't have to kill absolutely every enemy in existence, just all the ones that dare to get in my way. But yeah, the amount of stuff that I can kind of spam with my cheap attacks here is a bit ridiculous, to be honest. Which is definitely fine by me. I mean, that kind of helps out in terms of keeping the enemy flow going, but it's sort of weird that like all the attacks I've learned and I'm still pretty much just using the first two, but just an upgraded version of one of them. It's still a bit baffling to me how that works out, you know. But even then, like I could probably switch to the tri-shot thing. That actually, how much more damage does that do? This does 3-6. No, that's Vampire 10. Heartbreak does 422. What does Trident Break do? 336. So it doesn't even do as much damage. So, like, I could switch, but what's the point? Most of the time I'm hitting with the main one anyway. Like, sure, I might have done a hit there, but it does less damage, and it costs twice as much, so I can't spam it as much. So, what's the point in me using it? You know? That's kind of the question. Holy hell, okay. I did not think that was a downhill, so... Pink Diamond. Didn't we have one of those before? I think we did. I'm not gonna go ahead and check it out just yet, because I'm pretty sure we got one of those last time, and it's similar to the Alexandrite, but didn't give as many skill points. So it will probably not give as many skill points now either, so we're not gonna bother looking at it just yet. Oh, I could have totally just jumped across that. That might have been something I wanted to do. I wonder if I can get back around there. Actually, looking at it, yeah, we should be able to get back around there. Or I might be able to jump from here. Jumping! Yeah, okay. Because there's probably something up here, right? The way this is all set up. There's gotta be something here, yeah? Or is it just a... just an alternate path? It looks like it is just an alternate regular path. That's kind of boring, but oh well. It looks pretty, right? As I almost kill myself, because you can actually jump off here, so that's pretty great, right? There's another Death Fairy down there. I mean, avoiding aggroing it would be alright, and I could definitely do that, but there's a box down there, and of course we want the box. Regular diamond, not really worth it, but whatever, doesn't matter. Because we're here now, and we are just going to break face, because that is the power of Vampire Spin with combination stuff. We've already established just how good this stuff is, so, you know. Probably don't need to demonstrate it, and, well, I only kind of pseudo-demonstrated it, because I was more just using it to destroy the world, and actually, well, that's a fair few dudes. Let's just go ahead and heartbreak them away from a distance, so that I don't trigger their stuff, and I have so many orbs that it does not make a difference. I saw you, Mr. Wolf. We are not going to fall for your shenanigans. Actually, come to think of it, Trident Break would be pretty good in this sort of situation, where I could hit multiple enemies with it. But Whatever, I have decided I am using Heartbreak, so Heartbreak is the one we are going to use. There's a thing like down here. Yeah, there is. There's a pink skirt. Also, just kind of realizing the frame rate is a little bit tight again. I apologize. I will be back in a sec once I close some stuff. Okay, that should be a bit better. Hopefully, anyway. I did kind of manage to cut the physical memory use down a fair bit, which is fine. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what's causing that. Oh well. I'm afraid there does not appear to be a whole lot I can do about it, but you know, the videos kind of go up in 30 FPS because Camtasia can't actually edit to 60 FPS for some reason, so I don't know if it even shows up. It probably does, and it's probably really obnoxious to some people, but I cannot seem to do a whole lot about it just now, so we will have to just kind of live with it, and hopefully it doesn't impact people's enjoyment of stuff too much. So yeah, we have more bamboo stuff. It's kind of interesting how much damage they don't do. Like 141 damage at this stage of the game, when that's doubled from the patch and stuff. That is not a whole lot. It really isn't. Like I would expect enemies at this point in the game to do a lot more damage than that. And I mean that's base defense stuff. Like defense doesn't actually, you know, work in this game. It's not an actual stat because all of the armor increases HP rather than defense, which is interesting. Oh, was not looking. I was looking at the map, trying to see all the stuff here, seeing what's going on. And there is a wolf, so slash a wolf, and again, because why not? All the wolves will fall away, and there's totally a box here, right? No, actually, there is not. That is sad face time, and yeah, all the faces were sad. There's no way you can go down there, which is fine by me. I could explore that, but there's no extra, like, bonus area bits there. There is a box here, however, so we are totally attacking that box, getting ourselves diamond. And I did not even notice Mr. Snake there, so that's kind of rude. You're a very rude snake. Well, yeah, snakes are pretty rude, let's be honest here. There's another pink diamond. Again, I will probably check these things closer to the end of stuff. There's actually a lot to this, like, opening part of the stage here. This is a lot bigger than I would expect, you know? But I guess we've got to kind of reach the lake, right? So there's another piece of gear, which is another vampire claw, not really going to matter. There is a death fairy over here, which I do not care about in the slightest, because all of its attacks are rendered completely moot by vampire spin, because it's too good. There's a downhill bit. If you were doing a demon lore walk, you could jump down that a bit quicker. There's, I want to say this, yep, this is the extra path, so we'll go down here first. And whoa! Hello! Let's just vampire the world away here. I could easily use the spell card here, by the way. Like, that would not be a problem to use the spell card and just kill everything that way. Yeah, that would have probably been a lot better to do as well, but I decided that was not how I was going to solve that problem. So, because I have all the regen and all the vampire turn stuff in the world, I don't actually think there's any reason for me to be going back here at this point, but I'm kind of just doing it anyway, just to see if there is anything around. Dragon Slayer. Did I actually? No, I think that was one of the ones that was in the shop stuff. We'll check it later. For now, we will just keep on trucking along and vampire the world away, because it's exactly what we do. Really not a problem in the slightest to deal with all the enemies by using the ridiculous regen on that stuff there. There is no health in any of those pots. And now we're going uphill, because because freaking uphill. I'm guessing that's the direction we wanted to actually go in, so that's kind of why I'm going this way first. Still... or maybe not, because that's... yeah, that looks like it would be towards the lake, which is Progression Town, and indeed there is a snake, and we will just make sure that we counteract that and get ourselves another pink diamond. Alright, so now that we are done with that, let's go ahead and rush towards the lake and see just what's up.